Hi there everyone, Cody here. Welcome back to my mine. So, it's been a while since I've been here. Been even longer since I've done a video. But I figured I needed to wrap things up. This was one of my most popular series. I never properly ended it. I wanted to come up here earlier, but yeah, there was snow. Had to wait for that to melt off. I guess what we're doing, gonna clean things up, tidy it all, make it look presentable. Okay, we've cleared this out. Let's rescue this little solar panel. It doesn't seem harmed, it just tipped over. I need to move this onto another project now. It's not doing any good under here. One cool thing is, I've never seen this get wet. If it falls down, it's just dry. Nothing in here ever gets water damaged. This is going to be a problem. The wagon is too wide for the tunnel. I'm going to have to go get the wheelbarrow. There we are. I did it. Threw a little bit of dirt and grass seed over the rocks so it'd grow in. It'll look better than it did when I first started. Hey Rivers. He says hi. So yeah, let's go have a look at what I did. This is where I got all the dirt to throw over the rocks by clearing this away. Scorpion here, stuck in a spider web. That's interesting. In here, there's no more junk. Oh, there's a shovel. Oh well, I'll leave it there for now. I was thinking of taking the supports out and blasting it and sealing the mine up. But I've realized this mine is still very useful. I've filmed several videos in here without being part of the mining series, just because it's such a calm, windless place, constant temperature. Besides the lack of natural sunlight, it's a pretty good little recording studio I've made. See, the entire series, we've managed to go from about here to there, digging. Plus the stuff on the outside, I guess. It's not very much. One of the reasons for that is that this is hard Mississippian limestone. Very difficult to dig through, especially if you can't use high velocity explosives. Let me set the camera down. Let's talk about that a little bit. You know, there's a little bit of soft rock here. You know, this stuff's pretty soft, but this is a very small little section. Even just drilling into it, I think I've actually hit the limestone on the other side. Like, this is just a thin little vein. That hard Mississippian limestone is 500 million years old. Very hard to dig through, especially if I don't have the high explosives. I've been using low explosives. They work for the soft rock. It's difficult, but it works. But if I can't even use that... This project was totally fine back when I had less than 1,000 subscribers and I was just doing it for fun, just something I was fooling around with in my backyard. You're totally allowed to dig a hole. Nobody cares. You know, your safety is your own problem. You know, back when I had 1,000 subscribers or less, I was making like 50 cents a month. It's not even worth worrying about. It's when I started getting 100,000 subscribers. Now that 50 cents a month turns into 500 bucks a month. It's a little more significant. It starts to pay some of the bills. It starts attracting attention because now you're doing something for a commercial purpose. But explosives of any kind, even lighting a candle, technically you're supposed to have permissions before you can do it if you're doing it for a commercial purpose. And that, of course, was never the intent for this. The viewership and the subscribers and the ad revenue, that all just came in. That was completely unexpected. YouTube demonetized a lot of the videos for having the word explosive in it, not necessarily explosive. But that might have actually worked in my favor, because it stopped me earning revenue on this project. I was still going anyway. I can never say that I made money from doing this project. Never was a commercial purpose.
So you might ask, why don't I go get the necessary permits and licensing to handle explosives? Well, these days the requirements for that are just completely unreasonable for me to meet, especially at the current location.
I could continue with this, just not have any ad revenue for any videos that have an explosion, or do the explosions off camera. Maybe that could have worked. But you know what? I kind of achieved my initial goals. I wanted to check out this hole, see if there was anything valuable here. I've thrown expensive equipment and assays at this, and there is trace amounts of material, but nothing worth going after.
I think Even early on, I mentioned that if I didn't find anything, which I really didn't expect to, I mean, my grandpa abandoned it after all, maybe I could build an underground house or a simulated Mars base.
The big issue is, do I really want to do this in my parents' backyard? In order to get enough time out here to make significant progress and do what I want to do, I'm going to have to live here. And you know, I kind of wanted to dig my own hole. If I'm going to dig a hole, I want to be able to go in one entrance and come out another, so that, you know, if one end collapses, you'll still be able to walk out. I was thinking that if I continued working in here, I would drill straight up or straight down and have a skylight that way. But that's over 100 feet. So basically it came down to I need to find a new place with softer rock that's not my parents' backyard. You know, Nevada, not only is the rock softer, the laws are less strict, taxes are cheaper, land's cheaper, neighbors are farther away. It's got a lot going for it. It's less water, but more water than Mars. And that's my Project Chicken Hole. Mars-based chicken hole. Silly names, I know, but it's what stuck. So yeah, I am continuing this work, but I'm not going for minerals. You know, any explosions will have to happen off camera or avoid doing them. I picked a place where the rock was soft enough I could just pick through with some difficulty, but I could do it. So yeah, we're moving the series. I will still keep this mine open. I'll keep it here. Maybe I'll come and work on it some more at a later date, maybe 10 years from now, I don't know. Maybe I'll set up a little cot in here, and when I'm visiting my parents, this is where I hang out.
Perhaps I could use the mine as a place to fruit my mushrooms. You know, constant 55 degrees Fahrenheit, high humidity. Be just right for these oyster mushrooms. This bucket's just about ready to go, too.
So anyway, hopefully that's explained it. I haven't posted very many videos lately, and I figured this would be a good one to start back up on. I've kind of been taking a little bit of a break. I've had a rough time this last year or so. Alright, if there's anything I've forgotten to mention, I'll film it at a different location and you'll probably see it spliced in. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.